guys, it's Jessii Vee. So in today's video, I really wanted to continue our It's Near You series, and I wanted to do it about Australia this time. So you know how in most It's Near You videos, I cover like, I don't know, 6 different places or creatures that are haunted or creepy in that area. But I stumbled across this one very haunted house in Australia, and there was so much information about it that it's literally just gonna be the whole video about this one house where this family was absolutely tormented. So get ready because this is just so shocking to me. You're not gonna believe this story. Before I get started though, if you have not seen my previous video, we are adding so many new Christmas wintry items onto our website. I know a lot of you are trying to get gifts this time of year, or you're adding some of the stuff on our website to your own Christmas list. So I'm gonna quickly show you some of the new stuff that we have. First, we have the cutest little narwhal light for your bedside table. You turn it on and it has a 15-minute timer, so it stays on while you're falling asleep, and it lights up your room with all these really cool colors, and it's just the cutest little thing I've ever seen. We have some awesome new very colorful bath or shower sponges, and I love the size of them, and they look so pretty hung up in your bathroom. And then there's this beautiful bottle of Unicorn Tears bubble bath. This literally looks like a potion. Look at the top of it, it's so pretty. We have the Unicorn Dreams sleep spray, and I love this packaging as well, and it's literally a lavender spray that you spray onto your pillow before you go to sleep, and it just helps you sleep. Lavender is known for sort of like relaxing you and helping you fall asleep and have nice dreams. My mom also came out with this gorgeous line of scarves and mitts with faux fur on them, and they're so pretty, so I will link everything down below in the description for you. Before I jump right into this creepy story of the haunted house, I just want to let you know that today's video is a virtual collab with the golden ticket winner from our Halloween mystery boxes. So her name is Avery, and she's gonna tell us a quick urban legend from her home state of Idaho. I figured because we're sort of doing an It's Near You video, it'd be cool for Avery to talk about a creepy legend from where she's from. So Avery, take it away.
Hi. I live in Idaho, and we have many urban legends and ghost stories, even some about our own lake monsters like the Loch Ness Monster. But today, I will be telling you about the Nemenagar. They supposedly live in the Owyhee Mountains, not too far from where I live, in southern Idaho. They are described as cannibalistic dwarves and are small magical creatures that exist in Native American lore. They are said to be extremely aggressive and have powers like turning invisible and incredible speed and strength. They are only about 2 to 3 feet tall and love to hunt their human prey. They lure children by using singing and crying sounds and then kidnap them. Wars were regularly started by them with the local Shoshone and Paiute tribes in Idaho and Wyoming because in order to reach the dwarf afterworld, they must die in battle. I don't think I will be going to explore those mountains anytime soon. Thank you for letting me do this with you.
Thank you, Avery, for joining us in today's video, and congratulations on being a golden ticket winner. It has been so awesome putting this collab video together with you. And don't worry guys, if you want a chance to be in one of my upcoming videos, we do have our Christmas mystery boxes coming out in just, I think, about a week. And of course, we're gonna have the 3 golden tickets somewhere in those boxes, so I'll be announcing that very soon. Okay, so let's talk about the Monte Cristo Homestead. The Monte Cristo Homestead is said to be the most haunted house in Australia. A man named Christopher William Crawley first built this mansion in 1885, where he lived with his wife Elizabeth, their 7 children, and a series of servants. What really baffled people about this house and why it's sort of a historical phenomenon is because deaths and accidents seem to be a common occurrence there. And because of that, 10 ghosts are said to haunt this house. A young maid was said to have fallen to her death from the 2nd-story balcony, and a bleach stain still remains where the blood was attempted to be removed from the floor. And today, her footsteps can be heard pacing back and forth on the top of the balcony, balcony, and some people have even seen the outline of her silhouette walking back and forth. Then the family's youngest daughter, who was only 10 months old, died when her nanny accidentally dropped her down the stairs. Some say it was on purpose, but others just ruled it out as an accident. And today, whenever people go and visit the house, they feel really irritable and upset whenever they go up or down the stairs. Some guests even say that they feel as if they are being pushed on their backs. And then one of the maids also had a son named Harold who lived with her there. And when he was a young boy, he was involved in a terrible accident on their property. He was hit by a coach, and while he survived, he had major head trauma that disabled him for life. And what is so awful about this whole entire thing is that this poor little boy was kept on a chain in the house for pretty much his whole life. And the local children would mock him because he would scream all day, probably because he wanted to get off of that awful chain, and they called him a monster, and he eventually died there on the property. Authorities found him chained to his mother's bed, and he now makes his ghostly presence known by the sound of chains. So if you go to this property and you hear that sort of jingling of metal, that is him. There was also a stable boy named Morris who didn't feel well one day, so he decided to have a nap in the coach house, and his master didn't approve of this boy sleeping in, so he set the boy's straw mattress on fire, thinking it would make him jump up and get to work. But Morris was too ill to even move, so the fire overtook him and he died. Some people still hear him screaming on the property to this day. And then Christopher Crawley himself died in the home on December 14th of 1910. He apparently died of blood poisoning, and his wife Elizabeth just wasn't able to cope with his death, so for the next 23 years of her life, she stayed in the attic of the house and never left. And then she eventually died in 1933. Christopher Crawley's ghost now haunts the room in which he died, and his spirit is actually said to be as kind as ever, but his wife, on the other end, is not a very happy spirit. She's actually quite cruel. It's said that she still rules the house with an iron fist, judging everyone who dares to enter her house. And apparently if she doesn't like you, she tries to scare you out of the house, and apparently you'll feel this cold presence around you while she's there. The last member of the Crawley family left the house in 1948, and the house remained empty for more than a decade. And during this time, furniture was stolen from the house, people broke in, the house was vandalized. But in 1963, the house was bought by Reginald and Olive Ryan, who fixed it up, made it look brand new again, made it look like what it once was. But when they first moved into the house, they immediately felt like something was not right. I'm not sure that they knew how many people had previously died and had accidents on the property, but when they went up to the house with their belongings, including their cat and dog, they noticed that the animals did not want to go inside the house, and in fact, all of the animals ran away from the house. And later, when they had an evening out, they noticed all the lights were on when they approached the house, but all the lights turned off when they opened the door, which is really creepy. And apparently the previous owners of the house, the Crawley family, did not like animals, and so it was thought that they hated them in the afterlife as well. So when the Ryans came home one night, they found all their chickens strangled to death in their poultry run, and they also found the same thing had happened to their parrot, and they had been raising this huge litter of kittens that they had also found to be passed away when they came home this one night. So literally they went out for the night, came back, and all of their animals had died. And because of all this paranormal activity, the couple opened up the house as a sort of museum and gave tours to people, and it was also somewhere that paranormal investigators frequented and psychics went to speak to the ghosts. This place has been on so many paranormal investigation shows, and brave souls can apparently even spend the night here. And guys, I love talking about ghosts and creepiness, but I don't even think that I would stay here after finding out how many bad things have happened. Lights still come on and off, guests experience the feeling of nausea and overwhelming sadness, and a lot of people even faint during these ghost tours. So I guess the question that I have for you guys is, would you spend the night here? If you wouldn't, put a sad face, and if you would, put a ghost emoji. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I feel like enjoyed is a weird word for talking about something so disturbing from history, but if you want me to cover more famously haunted houses from history, give this video a thumbs up and let me know. You can even comment down below which one you want me to cover. But I hope you have an awesome rest of your day. Thank you so much, Avery, for being a part of this video, and if you would like any of the new winter Christmas merch, I have linked it down below. But I hope you have a good rest of your day, and I will see you very, very soon. Bye!